Hello guys, and welcome back to another Once Human video. Today let's talk about Frost Vortex weapons. As you see right now, they're weapons that create what, as it states, a giant Frost Vortex. They're very good for AoE, but let's get to talking about each of the weapons individually. The first weapon that you can get with the Frostwalker perk, guys, is the Icebreaker KVD. It is a light machine gun. It is blue. It has the pretty much ice perks. If we look at it, we go to weapon features. You'll see that it creates Frost Vortex, though it is the first one, so it's not the best, but it is an LMG, so it got that going for it. It is the easiest to get just because you get it from a mystical crate. Some of these you do. This one's earlier on. We'll be going over where to get it exactly in a minute. If I show it off over here, it does the basic. It just takes a while to kill with it being a lower tier weapon. And the 30% is not that good for doing the Frostbreak effect at all, for the Vortex at all, as you see. This thing takes a hot minute to you to get any amount of Frost Vortexes out of it. Well, I'm like really trying hard to see if you get an effect to prot, but it's not wanting it to happen. There's one. There's the proof that this is a Frost Vortex weapon. It is not the one you want to be using at all, guys. It's just the first one. If you want to see how the Frost Vortex works, you can try it out and craft it, guys. And this one is even a tier 5, and it's not that good. Let's talk about where to get it. You get the KVD Icebreaker, guys. I misspoke, apparently. It's from the Wish Machine, though you can get it from any pool. You cannot buy it straight out, though, with the light machine gun. So if you ever wanted this thing, you'd have to do a standard wish to get it. The second weapon on our list is Icy Rain, is the SMG Frost Vortex weapon. It is good, but it's based off of crits. This thing has naturally a pretty high crit rate on it already, and it's generally just pretty good overall if we look at it. But if I modded it, I could also increase the crit rate on it. I might have a mod for it, but it might not. Just flip this one right now. But this one is the other free one, so you're guaranteed getting this one out of a weapon crate as well. We'll be going over that too. But as we see, it's pretty decent, but it's based off crit, and you have to be lucky for it to proc off. But it can do decent enough damage to those. If you go through the areas, you'll melt stuff really quickly with it. You have to be close range, though, for damage fall off, which is the negative of using SMGs if you use them, that the damage fall off is sort of abysmal on them. You will also chew through ammo and durability with this gun, same with the LMG, but the LMG has a slower rate of fire, so it's not that big of a deal. But you gotta hope that you got it right, and it's also a really fun gun to hip fire, in my opinion, this one. But overall, if you look at that, it's really good. I'm also using the Frost Tactical Vest to also buff the Frost Vortexes in general, so guys, remember that. Let's get on straight onto the next gun and how to farm this one particularly. For showing where to get Icy Rain, we're going to be using the Map Genie. If you go down here to this area below Chalk Peak, you pretty much can go get the Mystical Crate right here. It will tell you where it is, and this has the Vertex Icy Rain on it. It gives you 60 fragments for it, and you get it here. That is where you farm the Vertex Icy Rain. Let's get on to the next weapon. The last one that's guaranteed without Starcrom is this Pike right here. The Frozen Pike is a melee weapon. But if you go up there and you have to hit them, with normal it doesn't do it, but if I run up here and hit them with a strong attack, it will do the Frost Vortex, but it has a cooldown on it. If you do a running 2 smash, you also get it, and then it has a cooldown on it as well, guys, so let's look at it for a second. Go here, go to gear, we can look at the fish. If you look at it, it does heavy attack or impacts. Impacts are whenever you're running into an attack, that's a impact attack. It will generate a Frost Vortex every 4 seconds is how that works. So you pretty much are swinging with this thing normally, then you swing with the heavy here and there is how you're going to be using it. This will also give you HP if you're using it, so it is going to be the best weapon for you if you're doing a Frost build for pure damage purposes, but it's also utility with the HP gain, so that's good. But it does consume 2 additional stamina, whenever that does happen. Though it's every 4 seconds, so it's not that big of a deal. But guys, that's the fish, so let's get into how to get this weapon. To get the pike, the frozen pike, you pretty much have 2 spots. One up here being the frozen tilapia is what it says, but you click on it, it is the pike. Right there, that's a different name, but it is the exact same thing. You click on it, and you can go either here for this one, or you can go up here to this one. Either of these, they're both in the Blackheart region. One is in the Red Sands, near the Blackheart region, right beside Blackfell, so you're going to be right there. It costs 10 Northern Pike, though, if you want to get the BP. There are 2 of them, you're only allowed to purchase 1 per, like, pretty much thing, so that's it. You can also get the Everfish melee there if you want it as well. Alright, let's get on to the Nets weapon. The Backfire is our Nets weapon. It's a purple rarity, and the Wish Machine will show that in a second. But you can get it for 2,000 Star Chrome. It is, you have to hit 5 times to trigger the Frost effect, so it's not great for mobbing. This is more the quote-unquote bossing for thing, but you have to be close range because it's a shotgun, so it's weird. It's not my favorite thing ever. But after hitting enemies with the Frost Vortex 1 time, the enemy will be frozen for 3 seconds, so it's a good utility, too, to bigger elite enemies and stuff, and bunkers and things, mainly. But they will be frozen for 3 seconds. This is a cooldown of 4 seconds, though, on that. And whenever you hit a frozen enemy, you get plus 60% damage, so pairing it with the other weapons will help a lot. So we show that one off. Go up here. If you look at this, I'll get them down in either like 1-2 hits, and that's just pretty much if I'm not hitting their head. Thing is, like, that's how the frozen effect works. But if you hit them in the head, you're going to do maximum amount of damage, and you will not need to even do anything to them otherwise. But it's like, these ones are going to be a pain. If you're in a big crowd of enemies and stuff, you want to kill some people, have them get ready to chase me, so I can start shooting them and have them prime. Missed the headshot. But you also count the other ones as hits, so you have to just get pellet hits is what you're doing. And it does that. It's pretty decent for a lot of enemies, I say. But it has issues. If you see like that, there it finally did it. But it's like, it gets them frozen in place, and it's very good utility. It's just not the fastest killing weapon. And then the ammo is more expensive to craft comparatively to the others, since you do not get many shells when crafting shotgun ones. Is the only difference. Overall, it's pretty good, but you have to get multiple pellets to land on them, and you have to be close range to get the most out of the effect. Though we're going to show it off, and it's like prime whenever you're doing bosses. This is also it not calibrated all the way up, so it could have a lot more damage. If we do this one more, actually we just shoot the pod. That one. The only other thing that's really good with it, though, is that its fire rate's pretty decent for a shotgun. If you start aim firing it, you pretty much go here and just start dumping with it. You get 2 shots, and then it has a cooldown, like pull. So it's really good for that overall, guys. But let's get on to the next weapon and show you where to get this one exactly in the Wish Machine. If you want the double barrel 12 backfire, you have to go to the Wish Machine. Over here. And I'd recommend, I've not had any luck otherwise, but you can just purchase it down here. It's one of the 2K ones. So you can purchase it and use it if you so choose. Our last weapon is Abyss Lance. It's the legendary one. It's only attainable with the Wish Machine as well. But its effect, you have to either hit 20 times on an enemy, so it can be anywhere, or you have to do 10 times with a weak point to trigger the Frost Vortex. Closer to the center of the Frost Vortex is a 200% damage increase the closer they are, and base frost damage of this weapon is just added into 30% more. It is the probably best AoE weapon in my general opinion from the other ones that I've used so far weapon-wise. But if I get the trigger effect, it pretty much will just destroy their health. Like, go up there and just annihilate all these Gnawlers in like a few hits. The negative of this weapon, though, is that it burns through ammo and it burns through durability really quickly. Though the SMG does that as well. Oops, time event. The other thing that's an issue if it's the reload's really long. So if you're dealing with a massive group of enemies, you might have a problem with that, but otherwise you should be fine with this weapon. So let's show you guys how to get it. The last weapon is Abyss Glance. It is the legendary tier frost weapon that's in the game. You get it also from the blueprint shop, and if pretty much you can either do it the general draw, that's how I got mine, or you can just go down to rifle and buy it as well. If we go over to rifle BPs, you can buy one. Just here as well. Also, if you want more blueprints to like double calibrate yours, you can also buy them again right here too. That'd make it stronger as well too. But guys, thank you guys for watching this video, and if you want to know the rankings I'd say to get each of these is, if you're going for Frost Vortex build, the first gun that you're gonna want is Abyss Glance. The rest of them, it's pretty much which order ever you want to choose. Icebreaker is probably the weakest one out of them all, just because its effect's not that strong at all. Because it's just after reloading. So no, not worth it. It's an LMG too, so it barely triggers. Icy Rain is good if you like the SMGs, but it's based off a crit chance, so you're going to have to put a lot of crit chance in the mods and other stuff for this weapon. Backfire is very niche, but it is good utility. Either of these three are sort of meh. And in all honesty, you might want to be using something like Gulped Lore or one of the other sniper rifles as your backup weapon if you're going for a build. And then your melee weapon can either be whichever one you choose, or if you're going for pure frost damage, go for the Northern Pike. These other weapons, there's probably one that does frost, though I'm not going to include it, because they are not craftable. But guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye.